The pod finally stopped. We're stranded. We have to learn to survive, but we will. There is no other option. So much has changed since the prologue version, the demo. Wow. The Unadel space station exploded? Where was that? Moxora outpost? What is a Moxora? So much to learn. So much space to explore, and it looks so different than the prologue. I love it. GoodGuysFree here. Let's start exploring. Reading the logs matches what we saw in the intro. The pod finally stopped. In the back here, this door was not just shut in the prologue. It would crack open and then close. Now it's fully shut. There are 4 logs recorded. Number 1. Unadel space station exploded. This is an emergency call. I managed to find my way into an emergency pod just before everything went down. It's been a couple of days now, floating aimlessly in this pod. I have no controls, nothing but this metal coffin and the silence of space. I don't know where I'm headed or what's out there. My only hope is that there might be a Moxora outpost somewhere along this route, but who knows if I'll even reach one. Final entry. I've lost count. I don't know how many months I've been stuck in this godforsaken pod. Hope is gone. The consumables, the resources, they're almost finished. I think I've only got days left, maybe less. This feels like the end. This might be my last log. If anyone ever finds this, you'll know I tried. Entry 4. A new hope. The pod suddenly stopped. I think it hit an asteroid. Talk about building suspense, but excitement too. We have 2 storage crates and a fabricator. Let's grab the stuff from inside. How about we explore outside the pod, see what's changed since the demo. Immediately, this is very different than the demo, but also very familiar. This bubble, familiar, but in the demo, a bubble like this was only visible some distance away from the pod. A floating pod not so far and a faraway signal behind. And another signal, another pod 400 meters away. The view is full of resources, many familiar like this organic packet, this copper chunk, these iron boulders, and some are new, like this thing, which is an ice boulder that can be harvested with a mining tool. Looking back at the pod, we see it stuck in the rock face, a miracle it didn't crack wide open. And it explains why this door is shut and can't be opened. Okay, so we started the game. We have 2 boxes, storage boxes, and a fabricator. Our first steps are fabricate an oxygen capsule, fabricate a jetpack, a backpack, and a mining tool. When we interact with the fabricator, we can see all the recipes that we have. Let's grab the stuff from the boxes and look around. Alright, here we have the log station, which I will not bore you with. And on the other side is the signal terminal, which is currently empty. Okay, we'll have to watch our oxygen on the bottom left. Oxygen capsule, remember? Let's pin this using the right click here. And we're talking about 2 copper wires. And that requires this, so let's pin this one as well. Okay, let's go out and start collecting resources. And we've got a warning about our oxygen. Let's head back, fill back the oxygen, and see what happens. So there's going to be a long period now of fetching resources. Now we need 2 copper wires for this, and that requires a couple of those. So hold, 1, 2, and now we can actually fabricate an oxygen capsule. Right, once we fabricated it, the first steps marks this as done, but notice that it hasn't equipped this. We currently have 70 seconds of oxygen. Once we left click to equip it, now we have 100 seconds of oxygen. Now the next thing we want to fabricate is either a jetpack or a backpack, and then a mining tool. But that will have to wait for the next video on Astrometica. Let me know if you'd like to see some more. GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.